How are you? I'm very good, thank you. We are here today in the beautiful Jim Corbett National Park, the Tiger Reserve. We did not expect to do any plastic cleanups here, but because we are waiting and there was a lot of plastic, we decided to jump out of the car and start doing something for this beautiful area. We think it is very sad to see that it's such a beautiful place and people are throwing so much plastic and garbage into the nature. And as I am from Sweden, my business partner and co-founder is somewhere around here. He's from France. And we're just two guys. We live in Barcelona. We started Jana Cycle about 2-3 months ago. And so far we are funding everything from our own pockets. And our mission is basically to do a 1-month journey through India. We've already been to Delhi, to Mumbai, to Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and UP. And we're going to continue our journey after this, back to Delhi, back to Mumbai, and then down to the south, where we will do a bunch of different journeys and do some cleanups in Pondicherry with the mangrove forests and so forth. And we're basically here to try to spread awareness and to document this journey so that we can go back to Europe and demonstrate for big consumer brands and investors what kind of funding is needed here on the ground in India, because plastic pollution is a global crisis and most of the big brands from the north are shipping a lot of their plastic to the global south, where generally there is a lack of waste management infrastructure. So it is more than right that those people from the north also try to help the people in the south. And what we usually try to say is that, since I'm from Sweden, like if you are a big company in Sweden and you want to do something good, $1 in Sweden can only do so much, but $1 here in India can do a lot more. So that is why we're starting our project here in India, and then we will eventually expand to Africa and Latin America and other parts of Southeast Asia. So more or less this is what we're about. Jana Cycle, we are on Facebook, we are on TikTok, we are on Instagram, we are on LinkedIn, and this is a social enterprise where we are all very much depending on all of you to help us to spread the word and to tag us and to help make this noise, create this awareness so that we can have a better time and an easier time talking to brands and decision makers that have the power to drive the change. And we know as well here in India, if we can connect locally with the governments and with the authorities, we can create regulations that can change the behavior of the consumer brands. For example, we see a lot of these small sachets, the small bags, which is very interesting because here in India, they are almost impossible to open. Even if you're a strong guy, you can barely open them. You have to tear them apart and then you have plastics everywhere. In Europe, however, every bag that you buy like that, a 2-year-old can open it up and there's not so much different pieces, it's just one big piece. Also, the sizing of the different packaging here is very, very small to be able to accommodate the low purchasing power of the people. But if you look at one of these 250 milliliter Coca-Cola bottle, for example, the packaging and the shipping of that little bottle actually costs more than the actual product which is inside. So there is a need for change, both for global brands, but they cannot do it alone because it's a capitalistic world. It needs to be regulations changed from the government side. And we're hoping that with a little bit of luck and fortune, we're going to be able to get in contact with those people that have the ability to drive the change. And that is what we are hoping for. So with that said, thank you for listening.
Thanks.